Hello my crafty friends, it's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today I'm going to show you a quick ornament. These are some wood slices that I purchased from Amazon. You get a lot of them with the string to hang them up. This stamp set is from the Sassy Club. I love the Yukon character. My StazOn ink and some white pigment ink and some bubble wrap. I didn't end up using the white pigment ink. It didn't show up on the wood slice. I thought I was going to go for like a snow effect, but I changed my mind when it didn't work for me. So I'm just taking the character, putting it on my acrylic block and inking it up really well with the StazOn ink. I had to do this twice because I had to re-ink my StazOn ink pad because I hadn't used it in so long. So as you see in the upper corner, my first attempt did not come out so well, so once I re-ink it, I stood up and gave this some really good pressure without trying to rock it, because if you rock the acrylic block, it will give you some blurred lines. I've done that with a few other characters that I've done since this. So I just held it down, gave it some good pressure, and I was able to get a very good image. So then off screen, I heat set it really quick, and now I'm gonna just take my alcohol markers and color this in, nothing fancy. This project is part of a hop. This is for the Handmade Happiness group over on Facebook. We get together once a month, and there's a theme and technique for us to choose from. So this month, the theme was not a card, so I thought I'd go with the ornament to do something a little bit different, not necessarily paper crafting related, but the same kind of supplies. And the technique was either crackle or bubble wrap. And I honestly got so into coloring this that I almost forgot to incorporate the bubble wrap portion. Thankfully, I remembered before I put down my UV resin on this just to seal it in. So what I'm doing right now is I did a brown color for the beard, and it was a little too brown. Yukon has definitely a reddish brown beard, and so I just took an orange marker and went over the brown to kind of tone it down and give it more of that orange look. So back to the hop. It's a hashtag driven hop, so you can click on the hashtag that's going to be either in the title or the description or both for some videos. And all of the videos should essentially pop up, but lately YouTube's been being a little bit wonky and not all of them have been popping up when you click on the hashtag. So I'm also going to include a list of the links for everyone's video in the description box below. So if you wanted to watch them that way, you're more than welcome to. There's going to be, I'm sure, some great inspiration with different projects. I can't wait to see how everyone interprets the not a card theme and what they come up with for their project. There could be all sorts of things that we're going to see and learn, which is one reason I like to do these hops, because it gets me out of my comfort zone and thinking of different things to do, because these are not necessarily things that I would think to put together on my own, right now at this time. Here's just a quick screenshot of the markers that I used. I pulled out an older set that have been sitting in my stash. So here I'm going to try the bubble wrap with the white pigment ink. And I thought, well, yeah, that'll work. No, it's too light on the wood for it to show up. So I end up taking one of my darker, right here, the VersaFine Clair inks. It's in a blue color. I wipe off the white, and then I just tap this onto the bubble wrap and gently press with my fingers around the image, because I didn't want to get the bubble wrap on to the Yukon character, especially since I managed to color it in without making a mess. So I'm just gently pressing this to see if this will work, and I really like the effect that I end up with. They're not perfect, they're just, a little bit grungy looking, and so I'm going to let that set for a minute, just so that ink is dry. And then I have some UV resin, after I of course make a hot mess of my hands, UV resin that I will coat this entire ornament with, and use a popsicle stick just to spread it out evenly. I've used this, I actually have it because I've been doing some clay jewelry, and then I cover it with the UV resin, and then I have a little UV light that I will set the resin with, and it just gives these colors. It gave the alcohol markers, like the colors, a pop, but yet it gave the wood slice more of a yellowed, vintagey looking effect. It was really interesting on how it worked. You could definitely leave the resin portion out, just leave it colored. It would be totally fine. You could put a layer of Mod Podge over it if you wanted to seal it in. And then I'm just taking a little lighter just to pop any bubbles that might be in the resin. And then I will put this under the UV light, and I ended up setting it twice. I believe it's 90 seconds, so I did that 2 times. And then I adhered my little ribbon that came with it, and that completes today's project. I hope that you enjoyed it, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.